So the next step of putting together a homeschool program as an entrepreneur with 5 kids that homeschools and works from home is putting together a bunch of research. So step 1 was that I make a list of what I want them to learn, and then I interview each of my kids and I find out what they want to learn. Then I start researching. So I research courses, books, and different activities or programs that they could do. And I love trying to find things where they can be independent and doesn't need a whole lot of guidance from me. That's always nice. But if something needs my guidance, that's fine too. So then after we do a bunch of research, I make like a spreadsheet where I just put all this information, or I like Evernote as well. So after I put that together, the next step is obviously putting together a budget. So you've researched, you found your links, all the things that you would want. Then it's time to budget and make sure that it's within, it's like, okay, here's what we want to do. Now here's what we can do, right? And that may not always be one and the same. You may have to say, well, we can do this now, but we can't do everything now. So budgeting is obviously important, and you should set a budget for your education spend. So the next thing I do after that is prioritize, and we figure out what are we going to do now versus what will we do later or in a different quarter, because sometimes we end up with a list that's like 50 things long, right? It's like, oh, I want to do this and this and this and this, and there's so many exciting things. It's obviously not possible to do everything. So both maybe financially can't commit to everything, and lessons in this 14 things, right? So it's time to pare it down to what are we going to learn this quarter? Simplify. Go on the less is more side of things, because things always take more time than you think. And after that step is complete, then we create a daily flow. And a daily flow is much, much less rigid than a routine or a schedule. It basically just says, when we do this, this is what comes next. And after that, this is what comes next. And basically you just follow that all day long, so that if at any point it's a different time of day, it doesn't really matter if you're not on time, because you know what the next thing is. And wherever you left off that day, you just continue the next day. For me, flows have worked much better over schedules over the years. And generally speaking, we all kind of start the day roughly around the same time. Like, we generally have breakfast and all of that at the same time, and it kind of gets us off on the right foot. So I hope this helped. Let me know if it did.